Welcome back to You Loving Life. I'm Michelle, and today I'm going to do a timeless card reading. So basically, that means that whenever you're hearing it is a good time to hear it. So there's probably going to be something in here that will make you think or feel something that might be useful in your day today. And if you listen to it 20 years from now, it could still be useful then too. Thus the timeless. So let's get started. It's pretty clear what this one is about. It's all about finances. So if you are struggling financially, or you're feeling burdened financially, or just confused financially, then it is basically telling you, first of all, to relax a little bit. Okay. Because when you put tension into something, that is going to make the situation worse. So I understand how it can be to be and feel to be financially strapped, and it's not a great feeling. But the first thing to do is to really take a deep breath and calm yourself. Okay. However, you do that. A lot of people like to do deep breathing. Just being present also can help you to calm down, because you're not tuning into the future potential negative situation that you're envisioning in your mind. And you're also not thinking about the past, which might have also been difficult for you. You're just in the present. So you kind of calm yourself, you look around, you can touch a fabric, if you're wearing a skirt or pants, you can touch the fabric of the clothing you're wearing. And that is very much a mindfulness, present, focused type thing to do to calm yourself. Okay. Just kind of relax yourself, first of all. Secondly, it's talking about how this can be looked at in a different way, like a puzzle to be solved, that you have a journey ahead of you to fix things, yes, but it is a journey. And with each journey, it's like one step at a time kind of a situation. So instead of wanting to jump 10 steps ahead, it's really important to start to make a clear plan and picture of what your finances actually look like. So many people who are struggling or feeling, insecure about finances don't even know what they're spending. So the first thing to do would be to get a paper out. And this is not an easy thing to do, because no one really wants to look at what they're spending and how many subscriptions they might have on their phone that they don't even use, or that they like and they don't want to stop using, right? But if you can catalog absolutely every expense that you have, literally every expense, from housing to transportation to food to insurance to medical needs, etc., and then what you also pay for entertainment if you go out to eat, whatever it is that you do, and all subscriptions, be as accurate as possible, then you have made the first step. When you do that, then you can check that off your list so you know what you're spending. You then look at what you're earning and see if there's anything else that you can do to bring in more money, or anything you want to sell that you would get some money for, right? Okay. So it's basically one step at a time. You don't want to just look at everything and feel completely overwhelmed. So many people drive around in cars that are super expensive. They're leasing them, they don't own them. They are paying through the nose because they think, well, it's a nice car, right? But the bottom line is, a car loses its value the minute it drives off of the lot. So if you're spending more for things that you can let go of, maybe your lease is going to be up in a few months and you could get a different car. You could even consider buying a car, and, a good used car, like a Honda, for instance. A lot of really wealthy people don't spend their money on really nice cars. It's funny because a lot of people who don't have money look like they do, and a lot of people who have money look like they don't. So if you can get past the trying to impress other people phase, then you can start to let go of things. Okay. The other thing that came up in these cards is gratitude. If you can look around and be grateful for what you do have, can you see? Can you walk? Do you have family or friends who love you that you love? These are things to be grateful for. So get yourself into that vibration of gratitude. Gratitude is an attitude that basically brings more good things to you. You have to be grateful in order to receive. And that is the next thing. Are you closed? Are you able to receive? And you need to look within and say to yourself, am I pushing abundance away? Is there a part of me that actually believes that money is evil? So many people who don't have money because they believe that money is the root of all evil, which was a saying that someone invented, which is very unfortunate because that will make people who are good people not want to have wealth or money, right? But the bottom line and point is that if you live on this planet and you need to have money to buy things to live here, so it is actually not a negative thing, it's a good thing. So moving on to the next card, let's see, we've got, looks like the Buddha again. He's sitting calm, like the guy next to him in the relaxation picture. Like, don't freak out. Stay out of the emotional state about this. Get very matter of fact about it, very cut and dry. Write your lists down, right? So the guy in the hammock and the Buddha are basically being cool about their situation. Okay. So, worst comes to worst, you have to find a different place to move to. You have to get rid of certain things that you enjoyed. But guess what? The discipline that you will create in yourself can actually help you become really wealthy later. So, if again, you are struggling with money and you're not sure what to do next, people cannot actually improve their financial health unless they know what their health is. So, in other words, if you go to a doctor and you don't know what's wrong with you, well, the doctor needs to understand and look at your issue and maybe do a couple of tests to see what your problem is. So, it's the same thing. You can't get better in this financial situation unless you actually look at it. The next thing to do is if you are drowning in debt, which is very common nowadays, and the interest rates are ridiculous, that would be something to write down too. So, what do I owe? What is the highest interest credit rate on which one? And if you have debt, you want to get rid of that as fast as possible. So the saying, a penny saved is a penny earned, is so true. When you stop spending your money, you're actually saving it, you're actually earning it. When you call your car insurance company and you say, I know the 6 months are up, do you have a better deal? You're saving money, you're actually earning it. These are things that you can do. You can call your cell phone company and say, do you have a better deal? And tell them you're shopping around. And then they might actually surprise you. And $20 here, $45 there, $70 here adds up. It's also really important to start to build some investments and financial portfolios. In other words, it can simply be a high yield savings account. It could be an index fund. It could be something that is very reliable, okay, that you could put some money into, which will change your psychology completely from feeling in lack to feeling like even if you just had $100 in something, you would go, whoa, I actually have something. So once you get it all straightened out, that will be so useful for you. And again, staying in an attitude of gratitude and being quiet and calm, like the picture of the Buddha. He is so calm there. Okay. And that card 21 that says economy on it, he's calm, very calm. So is the guy in the hammock. You know, things come up in life and it's, sometimes easier said than done. to just stay chill. But if you can stay in your center, then things will be easier. You'll be able to think more clearly. Again, I always tell you guys, and you know what I'm going to say if you've ever watched many of my videos, the name of my channel is Hugh Loving Life. So I would simply also chant the word Hugh or sing the word Hugh. It's like one of those sound bowls. It really resets you. So your soul is totally pure and high vibed and in the higher planes of existence and with the body, right? But your body is of a more low animalistic nature. So when you sing that, you raise the vibes of everything. So the body, the feelings, the heart, the mind, everything. And when you have a clear mind, then you can make decisions that are better decisions than you would if you were just scrambling and trying to just do a quick fix on something. Okay. So that hopefully it will be something you can try one day if you haven't ever chanted. They're saying the word Hugh. It is something that you would basically learn for yourself. It's something that you'll experience when you do it, and you'll know how it feels and how helpful it is. I want to read you this blessing from the journey card. It says, may you seek out opportunities for progression. May you travel far. May your obstacles only prove your capacity to overcome them. Wow. So, opportunities for progression. I basically laid out what you guys could do to help your finances if you are having an issue. This is what I did to change my life trajectory around financially, my financial health. And I know it works. And truly, obstacles literally make you stronger. It's like when you climb over a boulder, you get stronger muscles, okay? And it's the same for any of these types of issues, financially, etc. So let's look at the sacred symbol of gratitude. Make a gratitude list. I always say this, and it doesn't even have to be something you write down. If you're feeling down, it is a conflicting vibration to be upset and to be grateful. It might neutralize you if you're really upset, okay? But at least it would neutralize you and pull you out of your pit that you're sinking into. So when you're grateful, you are in a much higher vibration. So basically, being grateful for what you have now is a wonderful choice to up level yourself. And what do I want to tell you guys? Let's see. I'm going to look at this one. Yes, relaxation, peaceful pursuits, happy times, taking a nap, even listening to music, taking a walk in the park, or just literally taking a little snooze in the sun can really reset your whole vibration, your whole outlook when things are really hard. Maybe you got some bad financial news. Well, again, reacting is not helpful, okay? You think about reactions like chemical reactions, things blow up. Stopping, pausing, chant the Hugh, and relax, and then respond with measurable things that you can do. Like you can literally write all your expenses down. You can look at what you don't need to have. You can change things around if you need to. Or if this is just that, you'd like to like make more wealth, then you can start listening to videos on YouTube, for instance, ways to create wealth. There's so many videos, you guys. And we've never had so much information accessible, some of it good, some of it not so good, but you can use your discernment, right? So deep breathing also helps, again, whenever you're having any kind of issue come up. But basically, the reading today is about up-leveling yourself, your financial health. Spiritual health, great. Physical health, great. But we also are living in this physical pinda world. That's what it's called, the physical realm, the first dimension or heaven. Well, lower heaven, not really heaven. That would be more like the fifth, love and above dimensions. But the point is that we're here. So while we're here, we might as well, take care of ourselves, right? We should respect ourselves and take care of every aspect, not just think it's going to work out one day. With your head in the sand, things don't just work out. Sometimes you get lucky, but really the momentum doesn't happen until you take action yourself. So, wishful thinking, okay, I get it. You want to stay in a vibration and all that. But the truth of the matter is, if you get quiet in that vibration, you're always going to have an actionable step next. You have to take some kind of action. It's not like, if nothing moves, nothing happens. I think it was like physics or Einstein or someone said that, something like that. Nothing happens with no movement. So when you get the idea, like in this video, if you are in financial straits, rewind it and start to do those things, and you will definitely feel more empowered. It's all about empowering yourself to make positive changes. No one is going to show up on a horse, okay, and do it for you. You're it. And that's actually empowering and good because you have yourself only to rely on. People might say they're going to do something and be helpful, but really, you're the only one. And the cool thing is that if you do have a connection with spirit, with divine, with love, with God, with any masters, angels, or deities that you speak with, then you can also get quiet and ask them for help and then listen. What's the next move? But you can't hear them if you're not relaxed. So again, check out the Buddha there and the guy on the hammock. Relax, open your two ears to listen, and then make those actionable steps to change your life for the better. I wish you all the very best. Thanks for being here, and like, subscribe, share if you like to, and I will see you in my next video. Check out my other playlists on the spiritual laws of life and exercises, which are most useful, because again, the only thing we can take with us isn't the finances. It's all of our spiritual knowledge and the love that we are and that we share, we create. And so it's probably the most useful playlist I have: spiritual laws / exercises of Ek, interpreted by moi. So, but this is good too. Check out the other timeless card readings. Lots of love, you guys, and I'll see you in my next video. Take care.